Hello, Dr. Lenz here, and in this example, we are going to take a look at global revisions needed for an essay, taking a look at some works cited entries, because we have some major errors happening. So, let's take a look at what's going on. First, let's take a look at the works cited entries, because I should be able to run a search, and you try this as well to make sure your works cited entries are lining up with in-text citations slash credit given to your sources. It should be as simple as running a search and finding whatever we're using. So we have a reference to the name in the introduction, but no actual citation. So that means this source is maybe used, maybe not. Hard to say. Next, looks like this source does not have an author, so therefore an in-text citation would look like this. You need to refer to the title. It can be either all of it if it's short, and this is borderline too long or just short enough to be able to do it. I think if it were me, I would just go like this. So let's see if we can find that happening. So far, all I am seeing is a reference to the film, and that is it. So I have no idea if this source is actually being used. All right, finally, no, not finally. We also have a Wikipedia entry, and it wasn't coming up with that either, so I have no idea how or where this one is being used. Should be able to find this one being cited somehow. So we're referring to a web page title or web page title. All right, so are we finding that? Really hard to say. All right, fine. Now let's take a look at this one. Finally, what do we have here? So according to this works cited entry here, this is the author's name. So we have the last name of Soundtrack Beat, first name author. I seriously doubt that's the case. So if there is not an author clearly identifiable, skip it and start with the title. However, are we going to find? We are not going to be able to find that. So what we have here is I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sources being listed as being cited in the essay, and they are not. And that is a huge, huge problem. Because now, as we're taking a look at the body of this essay, we have no idea what is coming from a source and what is coming from the actual writer. So that needs to get fixed immediately, because this has the beginnings of very possible evidence of plagiarism. And it's easy to tell because there is sources being listed here but not cited, so that means we have material in this essay from a source and it is not given proper credit. So the rule of thumb is any sentence in an essay that does not have either an in-text citation or proper credit to a source, like in the opening or lead-in or setup to a quote, anything not being attached to a source, citation or credit, is assumed to be original thought from the author, and that is not the case. We have information from sources uncited. This is grounds for plagiarism. So if this were to get submitted as is, most likely it would come up with a similarity score, and I would be able to track down some info and some evidence and give this essay a 0. So that is the importance of source use. Okay, that should be all for this particular video, and I will have a next one with this very example and these sources to see if we can't figure out a little bit more information to help things out.